pray for deliverance like the Israelites. But first, please help my humble channel to grow. Like, subscribe, share, comment, any combination thereof. Why? Because you're beautiful on the inside and on the outside. That's why. So, first, remember this. In the book of Acts, there was a Gentile named Cornelius who was saved. And the reason he was saved was because, one, he prayed regularly to the Lord, and two, he paid alms to the poor generously and sacrificially. Do not question me, please. Read the book of Acts, okay? God's word says that for those reasons, his prayers reached the heavenly throne of God as a sweet-smelling savor of an offering of a sacrifice that was pleasing to God. God then sent Peter to Cornelius so that he would get the full gospel, and he and his family were saved. We need to pray, giving alms to the poor, the same way the Israelites did. They prayed for salvation, for rescue from the Egyptians. And that's where my mindset has really finally turned. And I am praying and trusting God that just like he freed the Israelites from the Egyptians, the most powerful nation on the planet at the time, so will God deliver first and foremost these innocent minor children who are being trafficked all over the country, many of whom have lost their lives because of abomination after abomination after abomination. And then secondly, those of us who are victims / targets / abusees of this evil and wicked deep state program, that God will deliver us from the United States government, the United States military deep state industrial complex. If God can save the Israelites from the Egyptians, God most certainly can save us from the U.S. government, from the U.S. military deep state industrial complex, along with their petrodollar and their elites, their agents great and small all over the U.S. and all over the world. He can save these innocent minor children, both American, primarily foster kids, and then these unaccompanied migrant minor children. God can save them from the U.S. government, the U.S. military deep state industrial complex that is perpetrating this evil, and he can save all of the rest of us, regardless of our age, who are being subjected to this TI program. And that's where my mindset is. The Lord makes me pay those tithes and offerings and help the poor. The Lord makes me, today he made me pray during the witching hour. I have a second prayer to do, but the first prayer went over 3 hours. I started before midnight, and I ended just after 3 a.m. So I started praying before the witches and the Satanists start their most intense worship, which is 12 midnight, and I ended after they end. They end at 3 a.m. Okay? So, prayer and tithing, helping the poor. You can help the homeless. You can help homeless veterans. You can go to a reputable charity such as World Vision, and you can sponsor people in the third world, children. And when you do that, of course, the family's given food in general, and you can potentially save the family from starvation. God will hear your prayers. Your prayers will reach his heavenly throne. But more and more, I'm building up confidence in the Lord that he is going to deliver us from the U.S. government, from the deep state, from the military-industrial complex that runs all of this evil, just like he delivered the Israelites from the Egyptians. God bless.